Charlie Kirk debates a college student who is a self-proclaimed Christian that believes that women should have the right to abortion. Let's check it out.
Hi, Charlie. I see you on TikTok all the time.
You were getting fired up there.
Yes, I was, because, okay, I just want to start this out. I am unaffiliated, but I am a Christian who believes in the right to an abortion. And a lot of the things that you were talking about with her, I really had a lot of answers for that. So
I don't really understand how you can be a Christian that believes in the right to abortion, because God is creating these babies, and every single baby that ends up in a mother's womb, God has a plan for. So I don't know how she can say that with confidence.
the reason I actually wrote this down on a notebook, of course, I was prepared. So the reason why I believe the right to an abortion, why just anyone, if you feel that's what you need to do, then you should do it. Because Matthew 7:1 says, do not judge or you too will be judged.
But Matthew, Jesus, and former prophets also say to stand up for the people that are weak, for the ones that don't have a voice, and for injustice. And offing innocent babies that did nothing to be offed is something that you should stand up against. It's not judging people. That's standing up for innocent life.
Although Jesus does tell us to tell people, do not sin, it's not our place to judge them, you know? And then another thing that I wanted to bring up.
So, no, we aren't to look at other people like we are better than them, because we are all sinful. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't stand up for what's right, because there's a difference between casting judgment and being a hypocrite and standing up for what's right.
This is crazy. But also the time, I just really want to know why you feel that abortion should be illegal.
Do you think murder should be illegal?
Murder is illegal.
So you think it should be? Do you think it should be illegal?
I just feel like there's a big difference between like a living, breathing human and then a fetus that is inside of another human's body.
Fair enough. What is the difference?
The difference is a fetus is inside of the body. You know what I'm saying? Like a fetus, it can't live on its own.
Got it. So,
I mean, neither can a newborn baby or a toddler or a child that, you know, between all the way up until almost adulthood. So should we just get rid of them because they can't survive on their own? So the logic there is already flawed, and this is a very brainwashed logic that a lot of college students have. This is something that the whole movement of, like, the new modern day feminist movement, that's their talking point.
well, let's go through a couple questions there.
Okay.
Why does somebody's location determine their moral worth?
It doesn't, but it's simply about the fact of if you feel like that's what you need to do with your body, then that's what you do. Because I could also
Well, hold on a second. If it's not your DNA, how is it your body?
It is your DNA.
No, it's not.
It's a part of you. It's
No.
growing in you. It's
Hold on a
connected to
second.
you by an umbilical
It's
cord. It is a part of you.
1 second. It's attached.
A part.
It's attached. Hold on a second. It's attached, not a part.
Same
because
thing.
No, it's actually not. A part, by definition, means it remains permanent,
Oh, okay.
right?
Oh, okay.
So an attachment is something that is temporary. And so it's not. You are not your mom's DNA. You're not your dad's DNA. You are new deoxyribonucleic acid. So shouldn't we say that if it's not your DNA, it's not your choice?
It's crazy to me that this is even an argument. Like, people are trying to make the argument that a baby is nothing. As long as it's inside the mother's belly, it's nothing. It's not a human in there. That's not an innocent life. Bro, the baby's heartbeat starts very early on. Very early on. Now, I'm not for abortion, but I mean, dude, if you can hear a heartbeat, that's a life. If there are cells forming together to create a human, that's a life. Like, we consider things on Mars and other planets life, just by it being some little piece of bacteria. But they're trying to argue against the fact that a baby, because it's inside the mother's belly, not a life.
I mean, you could say that, but I mean, really, I just don't understand how you can use religion to back up your point of...
I haven't used it once. She brought up religion. I'm happy to use a non-religious line of questioning. We all agree murder is wrong.
Okay.
We all agree that it's a human Homo sapien.
Do you agree that the death penalty is wrong?
Well, no, I'm actually in support of the death penalty because
Okay.
First off, that's totally different, because people that get locked up in prison and are sentenced to death have done heinous things by their own free will. They've done things that deserves that judgment on a human standard. A baby that's inside of a womb hasn't done anything to be sentenced to death.
People do something that justifies that, but that's a separate issue because the baby in utero did not
So
go.
what about the people who could possibly be proved innocent who have been awaiting their their death sentence?
Fair enough. That's a good argument, but it's separate, right? So there's been about 31 exonerations of post-humulus people that have been exonerated of the death penalty. We're talking about a baby that did nothing wrong except exist.
Okay.
In utero, and there's about 1.5 million of them that just get discarded every year. So we agree murder is wrong. We agree it's a homo sapien, meaning it's a human being. Therefore, murder is the forcible termination of a homo sapien. Therefore, shouldn't abortion be wrong and illegal?
I still feel like it really, like, okay, for example.
But prove to me why.
This is when you just accept defeat in the argument. You can see the look on her face, like she stumbled. That's when you've been defeated. Your argument has failed.
You use an ABC logical equation, right? So tell me under what standard, therefore, very simple, right? You're in college, you guys do this all the time, right? I hope so. So use an ABC, right? Aristotelian logic, whatever you want to use. Use an ABC sequence for me.
My reasoning why I believe that abortion should be legal is because of instances like rape and incest, but I already know that your belief on that because you've already stated that if your daughter were to be raped at 10 years old, you would make her give birth to the baby.
Well, the baby would be delivered, and let me tell you why. And so, but first of all, let me try to find common ground.
Okay.
If I say that we will allow abortions to continue for rape and incest life of the mother, but all other abortions should be illegal, which is 99.4% of the time, can we make those 99% of abortions illegal?
Yeah, see, I don't believe that abortion should be used as a form of birth control.
So 99% of the time it is. That's all that we're debating in the country right now. So Charlie Kirk's position is a very fringe minority. People are talking about still exceptions, so we should get rid of 99% of abortions.
Yes, but at the same time...
So you're actually not that pro-choice, actually.
But I am, because I feel like there's no way to kind of divide the basis of like what abortion is being used as birth control and what abortion is being used.
Oh, it's totally easy, actually. I mean, so you could tell through a DNA test if it's an incest baby. Mm-hmm. You could tell if it's rape because they have to file a police report. And you could tell life of the mother based on an OBGYN analysis. So
okay, so then if it's that easy, then why have we not done that?
Oh, because the American people don't support it. Because abortion is popularly supported as a form of birth control. That's why. So your position is actually a very rational one, and I respect you for it. 99% of all abortions are done just because people want the baby gone. 99%. That's not Charlie Kirk's numbers. That's the Guttmacher Institute, which was funded by Planned Parenthood.
Okay.
That, my friend, is what we call people wanting to live in their sin without consequence. They want to live in their fleshy desires without having any consequence for their actions. Disclaimer. This video reflects my personal opinions. It's not intended to promote hate, spread misinformation, or cause harm. Always verify facts from multiple sources.